Hey everybody, Jazzy here. Well, the long-anticipated Willow character update has just arrived for Don't Starve Together. It was an ambitious move on Clay's part, as this is the first of the original characters to receive this big of an overhaul, and many in the community, myself included, were very interested to see how Clay would approach this rework. So let's walk through all the changes that have been made. Overall, I think a lot of the changes make a lot more sense, especially considering the lore that's just been released with this new animated short that gives Willow some very significant backstory. So let's get started. The first and overwhelmingly most requested change has been granted to Willow fans: fire immunity. It was not initially intended as an addition, but following the April 25th announcement of the character update, Clay agreed to add it after many players voiced disappointment that this was not a planned addition. Even if fire damage is not generally an immense danger to players, it makes little sense for Willow to not have this immunity if she gains sanity from proximity to fires. Either you like fire or you don't. So burn away. Cook on lava ponds, fight enraged dragonfly, stand in the middle of a burning tree for warmth and sanity. Willow will not take damage unless she starts to overheat. That's kind of amazing. It's like her skin won't overheat, but the rest of her body will. But the flip side of this is that Willow is now frozen much more easily from things like Ice Staves and Deerclops. You can still fight Deerclops next to a fire and not worry about freezing from hits, but away from a fire she will freeze much more easily. She will also now gain less benefit from warm clothing, and her temperature will drop faster than other characters. When she does start freezing, her health will drop very fast, and her sanity will also go down. So winter's gonna be tough for her, but fortunately she now has an added 50% effectiveness when adding fuel to fires. Where most characters need 4 logs to bring a fire pit to full strength, Willow only needs 3. But where she loses benefit in winter, she definitely makes up for in summer. Her temperature will rise more slowly in hot weather, and she will take less damage from overheating. She also now has the ability to extinguish smoldering objects with her bare hands without taking any damage, and she can do this very quickly. This will be quite useful for preventing the spread of fire damage, and it's ironic considering Willow has traditionally been the choice of character among griefers. She now has the ability to mitigate that damage to structures, much more so than other characters. She no longer freezes as a result of having low sanity. This is great. I mean, for a character who the lore has now confirmed as being innately crazy, it makes no sense for her to suffer more than any other character from actually being insane. If anything, she should gain perks in this state, which you will soon see she really does. I mean, she really does. On that note, let's talk about Bernie. Some might argue that this dude has received just as big of a rework as Willow herself. He's definitely been buffed in the literal sense. First off, Willow can now hold Bernie in her hands for a boost in sanity and warmth. The sanity gain is mostly negligible. It won't even negate the lost experience during dusk and night. The warmth gain is nice, however, and could certainly be used in a pinch during winter to delay freezing. Be careful about doing this around fires because the heat will make her temperature rise much faster. Now for the really fun part. When Willow is insane and Bernie's on the ground, he will turn into a bulging monstrosity of a Five Nights at Freddy's plush doll and fight most hostile creatures as long as Willow is nearby, with 2,000 health and a 50 damage attack. He also does something that no other ally will do for you, even character-specific allies like Abigail. He'll aggro and fight shadow creatures. This is an immense perk to have while insane and lowers the dangers of this condition considerably. Willow will not regain sanity from nightmare creatures killed by Mega Bernie, and if his HP goes all the way down, he will revert back to a ragdoll with 0% durability, which you can fully repair with 1 hit of a sewing kit. He will also revert if Willow's sanity is restored. This makes Willow an excellent choice of character for the ruins, as insanity is now much less of a danger. And if you're looking to farm nightmare fuel, just go insane and let Bernie do all the dirty work for you. All in all, I'd say the update does an immense service to the character, and I'm very excited to play as her again. Not a character I've used in a long time, I will be the first to admit. But most of the disadvantages make a lot more sense than those she used to have, and the perks are going to make for some very interesting gameplay strategies. I can't wait to see what new ideas players come up with for her. In addition to her character changes, Willow has also received the Forlorn Doll skin set, and 4 of her previous skin sets are again available for purchase: the Guest of Honor, the Survivor, the Triumphant, and the Roseate. There have also been 3 new belongings added in the Ghastly Attic chest. There's Ashley, which reskins Bernie, the Cursed Sterling Lighter, which reskins Willow's lighter, and the Baleful Lace Parasol, which reskins the umbrella, not the pretty parasol. That's it for now. I hope you found this guide useful, and I hope you're just as excited about this character update as I am. Also, a very quick PSA, as I know that Most of you watching are not subscribed to the channel. I urge you to consider hitting that sub button, as it will greatly improve your chances of seeing more guides, gameplay videos, and Don't Starve video updates from me in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.